Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Finance This, Property That. It is designed to educate and empower financial legacies for generations. We provide you with education from both my experience in the field of finance and property, and we bring in guest speakers who are experts in their sector of the finance and property fields. Welcome everyone. Today I got some very, very special guests with me, Darren and George from We Cover You. Welcome guys.
Thanks, Dion.
Thanks,
We're the
Dion.
special guests.
Yeah, you're the special guest.
Oh, awesome. Thanks,
Yeah,
Dion.
very,
Thanks for having
very
us.
special. Oh no, you're welcome. More than welcome. I've known you guys for I would say a very long time,
yeah.
at least 14 years, 15 years.
Yeah, give or take.
Yep. Back in the day where you were a business banker.
That's right.
And I didn't meet you till halfway through. I didn't even know you existed in the insurance
Just
game.
some random guy in the
So,
background.
why is he coming to our offsite? Oh, hi Darren, how you going?
It was a free feed, right?
Yeah, it's a free feed and a free trip away, right?
Yeah.
So it's pretty good. So guys, welcome.
Thank you.
I really thought that I'd get you guys in here today to talk about insurance,
Yep.
what you guys do, why you do it, and just talk through a couple of scenarios and how you have actually helped people.
Yeah,
Happy
sounds
to.
great. Sounds
Fantastic.
great, Dion.
Well, let's get to know you guys a little bit better. Start with you, George.
Thank you.
George, family man, tell us a little bit about what's going on in your world with kids and in sports. I think it's high sports season, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is, Dion. My little boy. So I've got, I came to Brisbane about 16 years ago. So I've got a beautiful wife. Her name's Emma, and a couple of kids.
Shout
Cooper.
out to Emma.
Shout out to Emma. So I've got Cooper, who's 10, and Ellie, who's 7. Cooper's a mad rugby league fan. I'm a West Tigers fan. He's a Broncos fan. So
After the
Yeah.
weekend, how was that?
Mate,
Jeez.
we went down to Sydney last week, and I took him to the Broncos game, so it was good fun. He jibbed us pretty much the whole time, but it was good. And Ellie's loves her dancing, so big family man, loves sports. Love my kids, and everything we do is for our kids at the moment.
That's it. Same here. So it's good to know. Good to know. Any more kids on the way?
No. 2's enough.
Yeah.
Too many. I think.
Too many.
No.
Yeah, one's enough for me. Well, and you're not converting to being a Brisbane Bronco fan. You're still gonna be
No.
West Tigers.
I bleed blue. So when Origin, I remember when I first came to Brisbane and I started in.
Should we finish the podcast?
Yeah, I think we should
wrap
finish
it
the
up.
podcast.
I
Thanks,
remember
George, for being here today.
starting in business banking. I think we kicked off the first 8 years, Queensland winning every year. It was hard, but I sort of came in every year the same time, copped the same abuse from the people around Brisbane, but no, it's good fun. You get used to it after a while. That's what happens when you're a West Tigers fan too.
Toughens your skin for the insurance game,
Oh,
right?
it does. It does. It does.
Claims.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, good man. Darren, obviously you've got the accent going on.
I do.
So,
I'm an adopted Queenslander.
Oh, great.
All right,
Good.
so
So
I'm
you can
adopted
stay.
Queenslander. Yeah, definitely. So I'm from the Queensland originally.
Yeah.
From London, but been here a long time. So I've been here 18 years.
Yeah.
Probably must say my wife's also beautiful because Emma's beautiful. So I got Gemma. Been married for 20 years this year.
Yep. Shout out to Gemma.
Man.
Gem keeps us all ticking and moving. And I've got two kids as well. So I've got Flynn, who is, get this right, 9, mad basketball fan.
Oh, who's his team?
Well, he hasn't got a team. I'm not a basketball, I'd say guru. I've learned to love the game as Flynn's taken up basketball. I'm a Minnesota Timberwolves fan. I'm not a glory hunter. I appreciate they're having a great year this year. I'm trying to convince Flynn to follow me, but I think look, Steph Curry's, LeBron's of the world, they're taking down a different path. So that's basketball. And then
What
I've
about the
got,
Bullets?
yes,
Members of the Bullets?
yes.
Oh, that's good.
Not members. Been to a few games. Actually, anyone
Basically
hasn't been
members.
to it? Yeah. If you haven't been to a game, go. It's awesome.
Yeah, okay, cool.
It is awesome.
Cool.
I
Yeah, it's
recommend
good
it, all right? Park right outside, 4,000 people, max capacity, good vibe, good atmosphere.
They shoot the shirts into the crowd.
Shoot the shirts. It's good. It's a good day out. And then Megan. So Megan is 12 this month. 12 this month.
Wow.
Yeah, turning 21.
We've got a little bit of attitudes coming through. She may see this podcast, but no, she's a lovely kid. She's all netball, loves her netball. She's a real sport Billy. Anything sport she loves. So similar to you guys, probably I'm a dad taxi on the weekend.
Yep.
That's my life at the moment. And then obviously we thought we start a business to keep ourselves interested as well.
Well, why not? Why not? Hey, heard that you had a really weird fear. What's your weird fear? Well, not weird, but it is a fear. Right?
So for anyone, it's the 2nd of May whilst we record this. There was an incident in a tunnel yesterday in Brisbane, a Legacy tunnel, and my fear is tunnels. I will happily drive 3 hours out of my way to avoid a tunnel. The Channel Express tunnel from Dover to Paris is my worst nightmare in the world. So my fear is tunnels.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Couldn't do it, mate. Couldn't do it.
I'm not a big claustrophobe. Everything's closing in on you, and if one thing goes, that's pretty bad. But hopefully, everyone in that accident yesterday is okay.
Yeah,
and,
agree.
They got that sorted because that's huge for impact on people and their families. And I guess you guys are in the protection game, right?
We are. Yeah.
So my big question to you guys, transitioning from corporate to running your own business. What's the why behind why did you start We Cover You?
Great question.
Well, I think, to be honest with you, Dion, we've been in the financial services game over 20 years, each of us. Going from a commercial banker to an insurance distribution manager. So we looked after, state-based, and Darren being a national manager. We've been through so many major insured events, particularly throughout Queensland. Naming a few, we've been through Cyclone Debbie, the floods in Townsville, Brisbane, Ballina, you name it. Not just flooding, hails, fires. So, we've sort of seen, the good of what insurance does. I remember going up to Proserpine. Do you remember that, Darren?
I do. We went and had cups of tea with people that have been devastated. Yeah. Nothing left behind. So I think between us, we've seen just how important insurance is. We kind of want to be like a referee where no one knows it. And we hope that people never use their policy ever, right?
That's the idea,
That's the idea, right?
Pay all that money and never have to claim.
Yeah.
But I think these events at the moment, and we live and breathe it, whether it be climate change or just population density, these events aren't if, they're now when. They're when, and time again, we're seeing people call upon their protection to help them not only get back on their feet, but also really help them as they try and build wealth and their financial independence. Like snakes and ladders. If you fall off, you need that buffet and comfort. So George and I, about 18 months ago, we hatched the plan to what can we do as two individuals to really help everyday Queenslanders, when things go wrong and they're tough, get back on their feet and help them. And that really was the genesis behind We Cover You.
Yeah. So we can't, from our perspective, we're not in mass market. So, coming from a distribution where we were looking after 10, 15,000 claims when big major events sort of take place.
Yeah.
We want to look at our clients. How can we help these clients that we have make sure they've got the right policies, they're paying the right premiums. We've tailored them to what they actually need, whether it be business, home, commercial insurance, whether we're protecting, rooming houses or, whatever we're here to help them with, but just making sure we've got them on the right path.
Yeah.
But then we're also there on the back end.
And if I can, it's not about set and forget. So we're not here to put a policy in place and good luck, see you if you claim. We want to be there for the journey. As businesses grow and take on more assets, take on more people, as you hopefully buy your second, third, fourth investment property, if you go and buy your dream car, your Tesla, we want to be there, right? To help you in the way. And we hope that through authentic, genuine service and really replicate what we've done at the Commonwealth Bank, we can help people be better off. And hopefully never hear from them, but when they do give us a call, they've got someone they trust to help them through a difficult process.
Yeah, exactly. So you become the trusted advisors to protect wealth and grow wealth at the same time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I see your role, especially in what I do in finance, right, is I can't talk really about insurance and how to fix it, or how to set it up, and I do claims, etc. I've got enough to think about on my own plate. But where I see my value with my clients is sending them to another trusted advisor that really understands that space and will be able to articulate everything and pretty much align with what we do, right?
Correct.
We're there to look after a client long-term, build long-term trusted relationships that that last, and my whole, I guess, vision is empowering financial legacies for generations.
Yeah.
How do we do that? Obviously, this podcast does it, but also building a dream team around a client where they know where they need to go for specific, this person looks after my thing and he is my trusted advisor, or this company is my trusted advisor. So
I think you said it really well. We were met about probably 3-4 months ago, and you said you want to build a community. A community of people that can work together, seamlessly to add value to clients, make things easy, make things hassle-free. And I see this as a partnership. We can't operate without your underlying facility to insure. And we've had clients that we've worked with, and really it's been a really good seamless process so far.
And I think that's the key thing, right? A partnership. Whereas there's common misconceptions where there's certain partnerships where people get paid for referrals, etc. I definitely don't work like that. It's all about, well, this is the best thing for you. You make the decision. You as a client need to make a decision. I'm making a recommendation based on my personal experience and what I know.
Can I stress, for us, to your point there, it's not about forcing a sale. It's customers making informed decisions. So a lot of what we do is education. Helping people navigate what can be perceived as quite a complex process. It's actually not when you break it down and you explain what insurance does. Primarily, it's that you back up on an even playing field where you were before. If the customer decides that it's not right for them, then what, we've helped someone.
Well, and I think the one of the big benefits now, being a broker in the insurance world, you've got access to over 100 insurers. It's absolutely amazing just to see the amount of insurers out there and have an offering in the broker space. There are insurers that people wouldn't even realise are out there. And I think being able to have that sort of access just opens the mind for clients. And you put an offering in front of a client, it may not be the most vanilla, or may not be the well-known insurance or the insurance company, but what it does do is it gives customers an idea of what is out there.
Well, we were talking, Dion, to challenge anyone watching this. Do you know how much you're paying for your insurance premiums? Because what we often see is people remember the original purchase price. That's when they made that conscious buying decision. But guess what? 5-6 years later, you're paying a lot more. So anyone watching this, my challenge is just quietly, do you know how much you're paying right now?
100%. But forget, like in my head, right? And this is my experience and being in the industry that I'm in. Forget about what you're paying. It's what are you actually covered for?
Absolutely. 100%. And what are you not covered for as well?
What are you not covered for? But it's the same as a home loan, right? Yeah, great, you're paying this interest rate, but your goal is this. This doesn't actually meet your requirements anymore. So here are some options. And is it my understanding, like what a insurance broker does is fairly similar to a mortgage broker. You go source the best coverage for the client that meets their requirements and objectives?
You're right. So coverage is the overarching number one goal. And then from there, we'll use that coverage point to get the best premium value for the customer. So, big thing that we've seen over recent years is underinsurance. It's huge. We're going through the cost of living crisis right now. Trades are costing more, scarcity of trades, scarcity of goods. We're seeing a lot of people right now coming to some insured amounts that were probably true and accurate 3-4 years ago. But we put in today's world, not so much.
Do you think that's more of an education thing as opposed to, I think, because I know, mate, I don't know how much it would cost to rebuild my house, but you go on those calculators that they have and they're asking you to give you floor coverage. I don't know what the floor coverage is. Well, I'm a finance guy. Yes, it's a number, but...
Well, the problem you got, Dion, these days is people go online and they're making their own... They're not insurance specialists.
No.
They don't know. They've come to you for a mortgage, but then they're expected to go online, complete an insurance quote themselves and take it out and then feel like they're actually covered and they've got what they need. But then our job is to then take that customer and actually have a really, really good conversation with them, understand their needs and make sure that they understand what they're covered for. It may cost a little bit more sometimes because they may need additional cover. But I think us being able to have a really, really in-depth conversation with them makes them understand what they have.
Yeah, and I think that's partly to blame. They just take the cover out because it's partly to blame with where they go to the mortgage, the new mortgage, let's say it's with a Commonwealth Bank or Macquarie. Yeah, it's a requirement for you just to have the tick a box. You just put our names as the interested party. But they don't sit there and actually review it. So from my my point of view with Emerge Finance, the way we do it is when a client right at the beginning has their fact find, there's actually a whole list of, hey, these are the other services that we can put you in touch. We've got trusted advisors, tick the boxes. I go through that again and go, hey, I've noticed that you haven't ticked insurance. When was the last time you insured it? Great. Oh, when was the last time you reviewed your insurance or your coverage?
Yeah.
Not how much you pay for it, your coverage. So are you covered? Is your family covered in case of emergency or in case of an insured event? And that's when the conversation starts, and it starts going, right, cool, because we've got this whole living expenses thing we need to do. I could tell you, people filling out living expenses, it's back to your point about do you know how much you're paying for your insurance? It's way off.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm paying $50 a month for my insurance. You look at when I do the living expenses, mate, that's $150 just per month on your.
Correct.
Well, like Darren said, it was $50 5 years ago when they first took it out. But times have changed. The premiums go up.
And your question to us at the outset was the why. It comes back to the why of the customer as well. Are you buying the white picket fence to have the beautiful home, right? The Labrador running around, the kids playing. Are you buying an investment? If the insurance isn't up to kilter, it's not going to help you achieve that why.
Yeah. And I think the people that look at the insurance as a cost, as in the sense that, oh, it's costing me this much, it's too expensive.
Yeah.
Well, what's the cost? You change the mindset a little bit. What's the cost if you don't insure it properly?
Correct. And that's what George and I are trying to probably shift the mentality. We believe, maybe we're a little bit biased, that insurance is a key part of your portfolio. It's not a necessary chore you have to do. It's a key component that will help you achieve the financial goals you want to achieve in the future.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Achieve, but also maintain and grow.
Correct.
Right? Like that's like you said, things are costing more, not less.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to cost less. Yeah, sure, interest rates might go down, but
when's that deal?
I don't know. Flip my coin, here's my magic ball. But also, they're saying recently the cost of insurance has gone up.
It has.
The cost of petrol has gone up.
It has.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, the cost of not actually having insurance correct will actually be worse off.
The gap's wider.
That's my personal
and we've seen that, through our time, through distribution. How many times have we seen, customers who aren't covered, customers who don't have flood cover, customers who have, who are underinsured, customers who can't decline claims.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that's probably struck us the most. That it's about making sure we've got the right cover in place.
Yeah, and back there, having the right cover, but also not feeling like the customers trusting you, not feeling like you're shoving products.
Yeah, definitely.
Correct. I think that's why people underinsure as well. Oh, I just got to get the best price because I know you're trying to make a sale.
Yeah.
But hang on. Now it's the same thing with me as a mortgage, but I don't have to. I'm not selling anything.
No,
you've told me what you want. I'm giving you a solution. No. Same thing. Am I right in saying 100% the same thing?
100%. You got to you just got to put it in front of the customer, give them the option, have a good conversation. Hey, we've gone to the market. We've had a look at different insurers. Right, it's up to you. If you want to go ahead, hey, we can take that forward. But if you don't, hey, that's up to you. And the customer can go out and source what they like. But if they want to come to us, which we know will look after our customers.
Yeah, and if I can just re-emphasize the point, it's not about just that point of sale transaction. It's about also when you do need to make a claim, which you will.
Yes.
Right, you will.
At some point.
Going through it right now.
100%. We had a conversation this morning, right? A role of a broker is to be there to guide you through that process. And if you think about people's bugbears of insurance, yes, maybe it's affordability and premium, but by and large, at the barbecue on a Sunday afternoon, it'll be claims. All right.
Yep.
And claims can be a complex process to go through. So what we try and do as brokers, we try and take the burden off you, work for you with the insurer to get the outcome that you want as well.
Yeah, that's key, right?
It is. It's important.
And that's the same, you're paying for the service as well. But at the end of the day, in this environment that we're in, where we're all trying to hustle, we're trying to work, we've got kids, your daddy Uber on the weekend, who's got time?
Correct.
Mate, like I said to my client the other day, you go do your job and you let me look after this. I will get it done for you. I need you to do this, this, and this. But once you do that, I will get it done. You won't hear from me again till I've got your solution, which will be in 48 hours.
Yeah. And you know what, Dan, the other thing that we probably didn't mention is it's not just, helping the customer, placing them, helping them at claim time, but we also talk at renewal. So those customers who go 5-6 years without reviewing their insurance, we look at talking to them at renewal time. Is this still the right policy for you?
How long before renewal would you be expected to have that conversation?
Yeah, about 4 to 5 weeks before.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get access to it. So insurance is one of those similar to a home loan with an interest rate period. You have that opportunity to each year just take a considered look.
Yeah.
Is this right for you? Is it not right for you? That's where we come involved and have a conversation and make sure we can look after you.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. And then that's when you go back out to the market
every year,
reassess
every year.
Absolutely. And customer circumstances change. So we don't know if, say, for a customer, in a business they've picked up another piece of machinery, or in a home they've built something else in the home, like engagement ring. They just get married.
Another child, the swimming pool goes in all of a sudden, right?
Yeah, that
all of a sudden
increases.
Correct.
Accidental damage is important to them.
Correct.
It may not be important now, but it may be important to them in a couple of years' time.
Yeah, right. That's a lot to think about.
There's always change.
I've just sat here and just gone, there. That's why
we'll have a conversation.
Yeah, we had a conversation. It's like, here you go, guys.
And you wonder why clients get upset when their claim is denied or they can't lodge a claim. Because they would have taken the policy out, 5 years prior, things change.
Because I know I get every time there's a change in the policy, you get this, and you're expected to read it and understand it. I'll go, this is a 150-page document and you're just sticking an addendum in there.
Yeah.
No one's explained it to me. No.
Dan, I promise you one thing. No one wakes up and goes, today is the day I get to read a PDS. I can't wait. Not one person. If there's one person, please, let Dion know.
Yeah. Oh, please let me know, because I'll have you on this podcast.
100%.
Hey, I'll have Darren and George sitting.
We've got a vacancy. We'll hire them, right?
Why not?
So look, I'd actually really, though, based on all that information, I'd just really love to talk about a client that I sent through to you guys just recently. I gave you a lot of information about the existing policy because they're purchasing a very unique type of property. The existing policy that I gave you, I'd just like you guys to talk about the process. I handed that over to you guys. I had full faith that it was just going to get done, and I've messaged my client going, Darren and George will give you a call. They will look after you. He's got nothing but nice things to say about you guys and the service. That's nice. But yeah, just talk me through that process. Well, what happened? What did you find out? And how did you help?
First thing I'll say, it's always a Friday afternoon.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's always 4 o'clock on a Friday, all right?
Yeah, sorry.
No.
Settlement's on the 7th.
So if I give some context to the client, obviously we spoke on the Friday. Client needed insurance ASAP, and he was worried the coverage was required. So we spoke about 4:30 on the Friday. Straight away, we contact the client and say, hey, we're going to look after you. Let's have a chat first thing Monday morning. That was convenient for the client. So using the information that you provided, which was really helpful to give us a starting point, we built some quotations. We confirmed the final details with the client. It's really important, right? Make sure we're doing the right thing for the client. We went to market. To your point about getting into the detail of the contract of the policy, it was a hard policy to place. I think we went out to 8 separate home insurers. Of the 8, 5 declined straight away. It's outside the underwriting criteria. So that limits us to 3. We spoke to the client about midday to make sure they knew we were looking after them. And we gave them indicative ballpark figure of where we were looking, the coverage we were looking for. And we still had one other insurer to go to. So George and I, we actually meet every Monday and we discuss our complex policies for the week. We work together.
That was a complex
policy. That was a complex policy.
Very different. Very different.
Rather than go and rely on our panel insurers, we scoured the market and we went to what we call a manual insurer. So that means that we actually made contact with the insurer directly, not through a portal, not through an access online system. And we explained the situation. We explained the customer, explained what we needed.
They turned it around. How good was that? They turned it around. In about 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
The insurer came back to us with terms. Terms that were, almost 2,000 less?
So in terms of affordability, it was $2,000 less than the quote we had given the insurer midday.
It was a better excess.
$1,000 better excess, and we placed significantly better coverage in place. We're confined with the coverage on the previous insurance. So by 3 o'clock, we phoned the client.
Yeah.
He was absolutely racked because obviously in his head he had a figure and coverage amount he wanted. At midday, we weren't quite there with him, but by 3 o'clock, not only had he perceivably saved $2,000, he had the coverage he needed to move forward.
And I think, let's talk about the type of building insurance. It's not your standard cookie cutter.
No,
you can't go online and get it.
No, you cannot go online and get
well,
it.
if you went online, you'd probably set up the wrong policy.
Correct.
Which we think may have happened with the previous insurer. Names.
I think so because bit of a geek when it comes to things. I like to learn. I looked at the old policy and I looked at the policy that you've obviously we needed anyway because that's what we have to hand to the bank. Mate, like it's chalk and cheese.
Yeah.
The level of detail that the real policy that we've got on compared to the cookie cutter, and I've just gone. To your point, like when we first talked, and you're like, I don't think this is the right coverage.
We had grave concerns that if that policy was to be replicated and a claim was made, whether or not we'd have issues around claiming. But suffice to say, now we've itimised all components of this policy. Yeah, that client will be
absolutely.
And I think that's the biggest thing he's rapped about, right? He was, give you a bit of background. He's done a bit. He started his own business. He's got that thing going. He's sold a couple of investment properties. Got a pool of cash. Now he wants to reset, reaccumulate. This is part of his wealth creation strategy. And I think, we've got now a really good foot in the door. It's about to settle next week. He's really happy. We signed the documents. It meets the requirements for the solicitors and the bank, but the coverage.
Yeah. And you know what? A really interesting guy. I can't wait to work with him over the years and see where he goes. Yeah. That's not the end for this guy.
Yeah.
He's going to great things.
He's young too, right?
He's very young.
Yeah. He also follows the podcast.
Does he?
Yeah. Hey, Duke. This one's for you. He's a big advocate. Left a very, very nice Google review.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
And
but thank you.
No,
thank you for sending
that's
us
the partnership working, right?
Yeah.
You had a need for a client. We were able to take care of it. 360. Now the deal could proceed. He can
well, I think the other thing is you get a referral on a Friday afternoon. You sign a contract. You need insurance by 5 p.m. the following business day. Yeah. So he needed that covered by 5 p.m. Monday. Yeah. And to be able to support and help him with a complex deal, that gives us a bit of a buzz.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Can I say his name?
Yeah, I already said it.
You were so easy to deal with. Yeah. Mate, I like those customers. We had a good chat and a yarn. Mate, it was superb. It was seamless. So thank you, mate, as well.
Yeah, 100%. And that makes your job much more easier and rewarding.
We're people just, we have good conversations, right?
Yeah, that's it. And from the feedback he actually gave, he just said it was just a smooth experience and he just enjoyed, it was nothing pushy.
That's the plan.
Right?
I think that's what we do. Yeah. I think this is why we started We Cover You.
Yeah.
We Cover You is built on, just being ourselves and being able to help communities, being able to help businesses, small businesses, people, families. This is absolutely, it's going to be amazing.
And we can't wait.
I can't wait to see the growth, guys. I'm really excited, especially about 3-4 months ago, we talked about having a coffee or two, and just got into it. I was just starting my little journey and I'm 6 months into my journey now. And man, it's amazing to just see other people grow. Like I said, my whole vision is around empowering financial legacies for generations. It's not only for clients, it's also for people like yourselves. Hence why I have you on this podcast.
Families.
And just everyone can just be kind. Everyone can grow. Everyone's got their place. And I just enjoy seeing other people grow.
And we had this plan. Thank you for your confidence. We've had conversations around, this is the right thing. You backed us in 100%.
100%.
And with your support, that was a big part in us making this jump.
Like I said, I've known you guys for ages. I've got no issues. And I know that both of you guys will make a great success and make success and create wealth and legacies for generations with the clients any client that you deal with.
Yeah. That's the plan. Know what, Dion? The one thing I say is the amount of support we've had.
Yeah, it's been breathtaking.
And the amount of people that have said, we're so happy that you've taken the leap and you've had a go. We're super excited, but just being able to partner with people that we've known
and get to go
for
on
a long time, get to go on the podcast, just the innovation and, being able to look at things in a modern way, different way, like you said, for future generations. Yeah, we're just super excited.
Oh, 100%. I'm pretty excited. I'm excited for you guys as well. But look, I want to get you guys giving your business a plug.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Give us a 30-second spiel on We Cover You. Tell us about where you can find us, where we can find you, how we can find you, and go for it.
So We Cover You. So what we specialize in commercial insurance, home insurance, lounge insurance, cyber, indemnity, both public and liability insurance as well. Where you can find us, www.wecoveryou.com.au. And George, we're having
and our handle on LinkedIn is at We Cover You. So jump on, and when you jump on the website or you search us, it's We Cover You with just a U, not Y-O-U.
It's not Y-O-U.
No Y-O-U, it's you, right?
Yeah.
But George and I have a bit of a saying. It's called pick up the phone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pick up the phone.
Yeah.
We'd love to talk to you. If we can help you, great. If we can't, we'll do our best to help you whatever way you need.
Guide you, right?
Yeah.
Guide, exactly right.
What about Instagram? You guys going to get on the ground, get on the TikTok?
Well, we were joking that the reel for this could be our first post on Instagram. So we're going to kick you off that way.
I think we were saying, I was talking to Emma the other day and she said, you have to get on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I said, as long, honey, maybe you can run it for us and you can help us so we get the right posts out there.
I know. There's a guy over here I'm pointing out. Help us off camera.
He does a bang up job. I've seen a few of the reels come out. So look, guys, it's been a pleasure to have you on.
Come talk to you.
However, really important to note that this is just general advice.
That's right.
This is, in order to get the right advice, I'd suggest speaking to an industry professional to ensure that this is, getting the advice that's correct for your situation. Obviously, you can go to We Cover You for your insurance needs, www.wecoveryou.com.au. And also they're found on LinkedIn. Again, though, get the contacts, pick up the phone, have a conversation. That's the best way to start.
Or even send us an email.
Oh, emails. We still do that.
Just lean in, send an email.
Send an email.
Got to lean in, send an email.
So either at george@wecoveryou.com.au or darren@wecoveryou.com.au.
Fantastic. And as always as well, there is no advertising. I don't get paid to advertise. I don't advertise anyone else. No, you do. You guys are free. The only thing I can ask for anyone that's listening to this is if you found value, pass it on to someone that's in a similar situation. Follow the guys that We Cover You on LinkedIn. Get on the website. They will be on Instagram. They will be on TikTok. Also, give the podcast a follow on Instagram at Finance This Property That Podcast, and also myself personally at Dion Finance Specialist. I am on Instagram as well, and also on LinkedIn. Just Dion Fernandes at LinkedIn. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate you guys coming in today. I'm really looking forward to your journey. I can't wait to have you guys back on the podcast in 6 to 12 months' time with some more stories of how we've helped and go from there.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks,
Dion.
Dion.
My pleasure.
See ya.
Thank you.
Cheers.